to explain quantum world, I guess, Quantonium. And see, I am Jesus Christ, right? I can't deny it. Okay, so I'm the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. The last time it came, they got murdered, and, but hey, the cross, all that stuff. That was only, what, the day, torture of the physical body, right? And then just harassing. That's this time I've come back and see what they tried to do. First, they murdered, and then they created this idol, and then which is over here, moose, and this. We cover this whole thing: death, life, and death. In the tree of life, in the four worlds, and the butt pirates. Now, but the first thing we have to understand is space and time. These people do not understand space. They don't understand space-time. They don't understand time. They're just, oh no. So, if you look at space, any point in space, right, it has three axes. X, Y, and Z. So, X is this way, or actually this way. Y is up and down, and Z is this way. You see I have the four cubes? And the 0 point on the tree of life is right there. It's 0. So if X, Y, and Z are equal to 0, because it's really X sub T, Y sub T, and Z sub T have to equal 0. Right? If T is not time, is not always equal to 0, then it's not on the 0 point. It's not shalom, it's not harmonized complete. Shem lamed mem, shalom mem. I mean, harmonized complete. It's not complete. It's the point. See, there's a little point. That's really, it occupies no space. That's the quantum. There's all the stuff that's in the quantum thing. And what these people are doing is they're trying to cut off from the crown and then drink up the blood or the energy that's still in there. And that's all they can do. And they're trying to think of ways they could, maybe still be connected to the crown and get positive energy, but they're not. They're going to get negative energy. They're going to get death because besides thinking about space, we have to think about the two concepts of aeon and het. Right? Het. This is a sphere, but inside that sphere is engraved a sphere of life, a flower of life, right? It has all these energies in it of life. It's a metaphor. The potential that's hidden, that's stored in that point. These millions of points everywhere of space. But they also have time embedded in them. Time is embedded in space. It's part of the same thing. So you see here, my name is Dale. It's Daleth Patech Kamutz Lamed. So that's Daleth is the striving of the Torah, the laws that are written in the point, right? And Lamed's movement. So Dale, movement of the Torah. Now, if we look at Yitzchak, Tikkah, Yitzchak Abinu, the coming out of what is written down, the foundational principles that soar above, protectively soar above. So, what soars above? The soul, the foundation, right? Tiferet, the soul. What soars above that? Because mercy and severity are above that. But this upper tree. See, what comes down from the center pipeline? No, Psalms 34 says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but none of his bones are, the Lord delivers him all. The Lord delivers him out of them all. None of his bones are broken. Bones are the past. And it stays in the past. See, if you're at a 0 point, you can't have frequency. Even if you're moving, okay, so let's say you're moving a straight line, you're still moving along X. straight, so you're still having a frequency. If T is any value, then if T is any value other than 0, then you have a point away from the center of the quantum field. So that's the clapot. And the clapot is the environment, and that's going to kill you if you're going against it. If you're trying to, you have to harmonize, you have to shalom, harmonize, complete. And you have to be a Zedig, okay, from Zayd Dal Quaf, was to, really means to satisfy objective justice, which is of the Torah, down up there, Quaf's viewing, and then collection of energy moving towards the goal. So this is really, Sedic also is the same thing as fruit, Pari. Yeah. It's just Pari, dividing, looking, seeing, understanding continually. Right? It's what's the center of the life. It's got the tree of life in it. You see, the butt pirates, what they're trying to do is, and you see here, I have the man drawn on a cross. And then his legs are going to be regal, right? This is the Hebrew word for feet, a movement of paths. But then the paths here are Kathlamed, the example of Amalek, and the movement of the example of that thing, that identified thing. And this movement. So what they're doing is, see, Dale comes all the way down from the crown, from a point in the quantum field. Remember the movies Monsters vs. Aliens? And a reporter named Susan got hit by Quantonium, and she became big. She became ginormica, became one of the 4 monsters. Right. And then, so the alien was the octopus man, and he wanted to get all the Quantonium extracted from Susan so he could, he wanted to replicate himself on the Earth and make the whole Earth be like a bunch of his copies. Monsters versus Aliens. And that's kind of what's going on. When I said in the previous lifetime you should be like a little child, okay? That's what I meant. I didn't mean you should be like a child and they, believe in Santa Claus and believe all kinds of lies and be manipulated and extorted. and what that's what they've done. They turn live, Kayagim, and they cross from the 0 point, they cross from the line into Muth, death. Well, Muth, emanating, creating condition in the physical object, Muth becomes Yata, right? Basically, or Yata or Ranta. But see, Shemuth, Shemuth, Exodus, which is really what shouldn't be what's in existence that in the water, really. So water in bra cups, it's made into water that will cause death. That's Shemayim, or I write Shemuth. Okay, Shemuth. Shemuth, Gimel Yadalit. Right, Exodus 3:14 up. Was it? Huh? Yeah, Exodus 3:14. I am that I am. No, it was A. I am that I am is what? A Asher A. For the exclusive benefit of what the bearer of existence, continuing existence. So we're looking at Yod, Hey, Wav, Hey in the 4 worlds, Avers, Yod, first Hey, Bara, water, cups, Yetzirah, swords, steam, air, and Asra, earth, condensation, form. You see on the tree of life, it's Binah, right up here on the crown. know what these people on the dead side, and they're crucified, they're cut off from here, because you notice it's Dalit, all the way down to the top of his head. But they're cutting him off from the source of life, trying to nail him to this physical thing so they can extort and take illegally. So they're spelling Benah like this, which has God, hey, extort, take illegally. In extorting, taking illegally. They've gone from building and forming to extorting, taking illegally. Again, they've done it by trying to stretch time. Stretch now. And now is what the important thing is. Because you don't want to go from here to here. You want to go from here to here. You know, because you have to be in unity, in harmony with the crown. With the quantum point, with the dead center, 0 point energy. Right? And so what they're doing is like I said, with Jesus, first thing they murdered me, did all this stuff. And they killed me on a cross horribly, and, over, let's say, 18 hours, so whatever. Oh, okay, that's not near as bad as that is not near as bad and as painful or whatever as what they have done to me in this lifetime, in this incarnation. Right. It goes from Dalit it turns from Dalit, but once it goes into Tiferet, it goes into Resh and then to Ta, to Malkuth, and comes to Regal. Right, in the things in the physical form that are examples in movement. So you see what these people have done. It's Avi knew it. It's that which is above protectively, and they want to just take this part and then ignore this part and see what they can get. They want to be a leech. Okay, they want to drink blood. Damn. Blood. They're drinking, see that Daleth men, that's blood. Okay. Blood. Emanations of the Torah. And that's the only way you get to the 0 point. Now, anytime you have the serpent, okay, a serpent is like, what, a frequency that's 3D world, it's going through time 40, it's spinning actually, but, we want the 0 point with the fruit, the peri, the fruit of the tree of life. They live forever. Okay, your soul, you want your soul to be made Zedek. Okay. Let me read this to you guys. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. He guards all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and the righteous shall be condemned. And those who hate the righteous shall be condemned. The Lord redeems the soul of the servants. So when they hate the soul of the righteous, they're opposing against doing the 0 point energy on the crown. They've opposed it. They're not Zedek. They're not Zedek. They haven't satisfied objective justice and gone to the fruit. That's actually the center. That's where the seed is. The thing where they can replicate. They haven't been able to get close past the Kopad. The Kopad will say, yes, it's the environment. It's also like the atmosphere. Okay? Bereshith bara Elohim et hashamayim wa'ed haaretz. The atmosphere, the hashamayim. What shouldn't be, what exists shouldn't be in the water, which is water, is cups, but it's also the sword. So you get, because it's a steam. It's part of it. And it has to condense down to Astra. So these people are trying to cut this off and then harvest poop, I guess, that's fallen out of uh, anyway, they're really being silly. Okay, I don't know if these pictures show up on your screen, but they're here for me to think about more than for to show y'all. So yeah, so they're basically being butt powdered. This is the side of death. They've gone over here into death, and what's on the only thing that's soaring above them is death. And it's doing that because it has to protect. They've come down to trying to destroy. They've done it over two, it's actually more than two, several lifetimes of just. I'm talking more than 59 years on this lifetime. Let's just go back to Dionysus or Jesus. Let's go back to that one. Okay, this is my first rodeo. So basically, look, you see here, this is Patrick and SpongeBob. They want to be SpongeBob. And they're thinking there's frequencies all out here. That there's some sort of frequency that they can absorb. That they can be a transistor for or some kind of electronic component. And there's not. There's no frequency. It's quantonium. 0. X sub t is 0. Y sub t is 0. And Z sub t is 0. It's 0 on 3 dimensions, actually 4. It's 0. X, Y, and Z are 0, and T is 0. 0. Nothing. It's and if they plugged into, they're trying to disconnect from existence. You live in existence, dude. Okay, you exist in existence. You exist in the atmosphere. You must breathe air to live. Right? You can not continue to breathe and not live, but then you won't exist in existence. Got it? Because they're dead souls, or they become loose souls. Now, the Lord can, nothing's impossible for the Lord, so I've got these 3 piles here, dead batteries. Myths. I've got batteries that can be recharged, or it's like and then I've got a living battery, vital active battery, a Dale, Cayenne, aesthetic. I'm aesthetic. I'm the top aesthetic. So these people are basically trying to decapitate and then take only parts of they want to take the flower that they love and not of life, but not harmonize with the flower, with the tree of life, with life. They want to harmonize with death and then get the rewards of life. They're basically the CIA, the cranium insertion annus, the CIA. You see, so Patrick here, and then it's the pentagram, fire, water, air, earth. But they're cutting off this from Dalit. What they want to do is they're sticking their heads up their butt. They're sticking their heads all the way up their butt. They've become the CIA. They've broken off the pentagrams. Right. They want to become evil SpongeBob and out into the world of frequency where X plus Y plus Z doesn't equal 0. And X plus Y plus Z has to equal 0. X sub T has to be 0, Y sub T has to be 0, and Z sub T has to be 0. They have to be 0. There can't be anything that's not. They're trying to balance. Like, let's have so much of this negative with so much of this positive. And the yin yang symbol doesn't work with opposites. It works with complementary. Man and woman. If you do opposites, that's the evil yin yang. That's that, dude. It's a different. It's a step down. Okay, it becomes it's not no longer can connect to Absolute. Right, Absolute. Wands, fire, and there's no magic in it. And their water magic is because it's God hey wave, not other things. So look, the eats ka qua avinu. This is what this is, and it's what the point, the quantum point. Because you have to say that a quantum point occupies no space. It occupies all space and all time. There's an infinite amount of quantum points, right? Because and they have this absolute potential, and this is basically what's hidden in the story. You have to have an account in the earth with Zion. And the only way you get an account is open accounts with me. The Lord gives you the opportunity every while once in a while gets the opportunity to open an account with the earth. Otherwise, they are cut off. Their heads they're dead. Now, when Jesus, he wanted to be buried, right? He got killed. You're Jesus now. You get killed. Well, he had to be buried where? With the righteous. You got to be. The body has to be plugged over here back into the Zedek tree. And so you have to harmonize complete. That you have to Dale. You have to shalom, which is the only way you have to shalom with Dale. That's what you got to do, dude. I mean, that's the only way. Now, see, what these people have done is this quantum field that they are in existence, and they're going against it, trying to do all this stuff, okay? So they went from life, kayayim, to move, death, move to move. When the physical bodies die, they're completely dead. They're moved. They become where they no longer are emanators. They don't have the power to emanate or drink, That's why they're trying to drink blood. Right, it's because they're dead. They're trying to get some powerful thing to rejuvenate themselves from drinking blood. And sorry, you don't. No, you don't. You don't get life force energy from drinking blood. And murder and killing people. It just doesn't happen. All right. Silly snakes. They're slithering around with their frequency, trying to see, well, which way should I slither? Should I move in a straight line? No, because you're not at zero. Dude, this is the battlefield cross, right? The worst possible outcome, you're going to be in war and kneel at the battlefield cross, dude. Yes. Yep. I'm going to go get something to eat.